Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is in the house of Emanuel Ungaro. Emanuel Ungaro is a designer house from Italy, and they don't have that many perfumes in their under their names, but they have few, and some of them are very well known. And this one in particular is it's called Emanuel Ungaro Intense for Him EDP Parfum 100ml. It came out in 2021, and there's quite a well-known perfumer behind it, which is Mr. Jerome Di Marino. So Jerome Di Marino is an upcoming perfumer that has been around for a while now and is getting more and more attention. So when you smell this fragrance, first and foremost, the quality. So the quality of the perfumery and the knowledge and the know-how of how to put a perfume together to nicely blend it is very apparent. The second you smell it, you smell some quality in there. In terms of ingredients, similar story, especially for the price under £30. This is a bargain because, again, very good quality, very good mix of ingredients, very good, well blended and well put together. In terms of presentation, it's quite simple, but the beauty is in simplicity. The box is simple, but it's nice design to it. The bottle is quite heavy, but again is on the simple cylinder side, which is good. As always, I say this in my videos, give me a simplest presentation, but give me a good juice, and that would be excellent. But give me the best presentation in the world, but you don't give me a good juice, it'd be a waste of time, waste of money, waste of effort. So in this case, I am very happy because I paid for a good juice instead of just presentation. So in terms of performance, the performance is good to very good. On my skin went easily over 7 hours. On t-shirt went easily over 10 hours. So for Eau de Parfum, that is good, although it could have been a little bit in terms of projection better, because in terms of projection I had around 2 hours of projection, about an arm length, and after that slowly subside. But you just have a small bubble, a small cloud and a small trail. Just needs a little bit of heavy on the trigger to get that projection a little bit better. I put up to 10 sprays of it, and that was enough for me to smell it all day. But if you want to go outside and people smelling from the other side of the road, probably you need up to 12 or 14 sprays of it. But the price is right, it's very accessible, it's very reasonable, it's very in terms of prices, nobody would out there would say, oh, this is very expensive. If you do your research, Google it, in your area sometimes it's even cheaper than £30, which is, for that price, is a bargain. So age wise, this is ageless. Anybody from 16 to 160 can wear it, no problem. In terms of gender, similar story. This is bang in the middle, unisex. There's nothing in here to make it either feminine or masculine. Nothing in here, so it's very bang in the middle, unisex. Although hint of masculinity in here because there are a little of spicy aspect to it, but not too much. So anybody can wear it. In terms of occasion, this is a Swiss Army knife. You can dress it up, dress it down. Daytime, nighttime, special occasion, casual, anything you want. Is very versatile. And in terms of season, this is better suited for warmer weather. I classify this fragrance, this perfume, as fresh to semi-fresh, so it is better suited for warmer weather, but you can use it all year round if you are interested in this kind of fragrances. So in terms of smell itself, this is very modern, very up to date, very trendy, very today's fragrance. So if you like today's fragrances, you will enjoy this, especially for a price under £30. It's very good. It reminds me to some extent of Versace Eros, the original, and to some extent Versace Eros Flame. Again, it's not a copy of any of those, it's not 100% of any of those, it's not a one-to-one to them, but for some reason it reminded me of these two fragrances, especially if in the dry down it becomes very not very but similar to those two. So if you like Versace Eros the original or Versace Eros Flame, you will love this. Again, for a price, because those two for 100 ml they are over £80 and this is under £30, so you do the math. In terms of quality, it's not much behind them. Maybe they are a little bit better in terms of quality, those two, Versace Eros and Versace Eros Flame, maybe about 10-20% better quality, but the price is a third of the price, or even sometimes a quarter of the price of what you pay for those two. So for that, if you are on a budget, tight budget, and you like those two fragrances but you can't afford them, this is a very good fragrance. Or if you are a young person and you can't afford fragrances that are expensive, this is again very good alternative to those. And so if you think about it, both Versace Eros and Versace Eros Flame are very trendy, very up to date, very today's fragrances, and this is in that par. So it opens up with quite a citrus and fruity feel to it, and those citrusy and fruity feel, it stays for a very long time, which is very impressive, especially for the price and for a fresh fragrance. And that fresh fruity citrusy feel, it gives in a quite a youthful feel overall. Later on these things will subside slowly and it becomes a little bit more mature, but it never goes full mature. This is a very playful fragrance, this is very enjoyable fragrance, this is easygoing, this is very crowd pleasing fragrance, this is very people's pleaser. Majority of people will like this. Unless you have fragrances that are similar to this, then it could be redundant for you. So let me read you the ingredients. As I said, it opens up with that big citrus and fruitiness, and I'm smelling something like apple in here, and also there's an orangey feel to it, giving it that fruity feel. I smell a big lavender, which they're not mentioning in the note breakdown. Definitely a big lavender in here, and the lavender in here is very clean. Again, it's giving it that aromatic feel, but it doesn't go to the old school aromatic. This is a modern aromatic, which is quite hard to pick up because it's done so well, the blend in here. So it's very difficult to pick up individual notes in here. It's just a very well amalgamated fragrance in this. The cardamom here gives it a hint of that spiciness. Overall, it doesn't go too spicy, but it gives it a dimension, it gives it nuances, which is very nice. That spicy dimension, it gives it an interesting dimension. The violet leaf in here giving a hint of that aromaticness plus that lavender, and also giving it a little bit of green stuff. Overall, it's quite green, it's quite leafy, it's quite grassy. But again, everything in here, when I mention, they are on a moderate side, on the balancing side. None of them is taking over, none of them is bigger than others, which is a telltale sign of good perfumery and good ingredients. Rosemary and basil giving it that green herbal grassy feel overall, and a hint of aquaticness in here, but aquaticness is mainly fresh water rather than salty or oceanic. So this is a fresh water aquatic, and it's watery feel to it overall. The base we have cedar and ambroxan. So cedar and ambroxan in here again very clean, and it makes it a very modern feel, modern woody feel to it. And it lasted, as I said, on my skin over 7 hours, on t-shirt over 10 hours. So it's quite impressive for under £30 in terms of performance as well. Labdanum, I'm not getting that much, maybe a hint of labdanum to give it a little bit of resinous feel, a little bit of smokiness, just a hint of it, a tiny bit. So overall, if you like what I mentioned, also there's a vanilla in here definitely, which I'm smelling, which reminds me of Versace Eros and Versace Eros Flame, but they're not mentioned in the note breakdown again, and very similar vanilla to those two. So the dry down is very similar to that, and it's a smooth vanilla and hint of that green aspect to it as well. So if you like this kind of fragrance, overall this is a very good fragrance. I absolutely enjoyed it. If you are into modern fragrances, trendy fragrances, fragrances that are garner you attention, fragrances that garner you maybe compliments and people pleaser, this is very, very good for that. So has got an airy feel to it overall, and also aquatic feel, very effervescent, very transparent, very again modern, aromatic feel from coming from that violet leaf plus the lavender, but overall very clean. Citrus plus the fruits are very quite apparent in the beginning, especially for the first 2 hours. They are very, very big and apparent, and they're making it very, very appealing and very inviting and very easygoing. The spiciness is mainly coming from the cardamom in here to give another hint of good aspect or good another dimension to this fragrance. Overall it's quite green, grassy, leafy, and herbal feel to it, but not too much. Again, everything in here is in balance, and woodiness, which is mainly cedar and ambroxan in here, which is very, very clean again, and the amber in here is very effervescent and transparent and very, very airy, and also the vanilla is giving it that sweetness plus the smoothness of this fragrance overall. So if you like this kind of fragrances, for a price, very, very easy decision for many people. But again, if you have similar things in your collection, you're a collector, probably this is not for you, because you smelled this before, you had it before. This is not a new fragrance, it's not a unique fragrance, but for what it does it very well, and it's very reasonable, and it's very good price. So if you like this kind of fragrances, I highly, highly recommend it. I very, very much enjoyed it, although again this is quite youthful overall, but it's got some elements in here to give it a little bit of matureness as well, so that's why it's very versatile, anybody can wear it. Okay guys, overall I like it, I enjoyed it, I recommend it. For a price you cannot go wrong. And Emanuel Ungaro, majority of the fragrances are very, very good, and this one, it didn't disappoint in that aspect. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about, that are absolutely on the radar, nobody even mention it. I'm the only person that is reviewing this anywhere. So I'll bring you fragrances that are on the radar, unknown, obscure in future. But please support me by liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing this video with others. All these things will keep me, will keep this channel to stay afloat, to survive, to keep coming back, and to bring you fragrances like this in future. Thank you very much for your support. If you want to support me by buying one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself, I make my own line of perfumes. I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the perfumer. Everything is done with me from the scratch to the perfume itself. I put more than 60% perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them very, very unique, very bold, very big, and also very artistic and very long lasting as well. Thank you very much for your support and for watching as always, and see you later. Bye bye bye.